Mr. Metokur is an extremely influential internet commentator and troll who remained anonymous most of his career, and still sorta is. Today we will take a quick gander at his history and discuss what it meant now that he is semi-retired. Jim, or Mr. Metokur, or Internet Aristocrat, or Brightside Bob, or Jim81Jim, or whatever other usernames he has used throughout the years, started making content on a website called Stage 6. Stage 6 was a site similar to YouTube and came out around the same time. Anyone could watch or upload videos onto it. What separated Stage 6 from YouTube or any other website like it was the fact that you could upload and stream high-quality videos. Although what separated YouTube from Stage 6 was the fact it had Google backing it, it could finance a large-scale video hosting and streaming website. And also, they didn't have behind-the-scenes issues like Stage 6 had. Stage 6 would close 2 years after launching in 2008.
So they had like a lot of really cool fucking features built into this website. And they fucking threw it all away because Hollywood demanded they do that because of the pirated material. They're like, if you want us to use your codec, for our videos, you need to get rid of this website. And the fucking idiots did it. Even though people were putting out huge money offers, I think, one of the co-founders put out a money offer, Microsoft did, and they just killed the website. I've never seen anything like it. They killed a really successful website for no reason. If they were still around, I don't think Google would be getting away with half the shit they do. There is a video that was uploaded of a boardroom meeting. It's like hidden audio. I don't know if you can find it anymore, of the boardroom meeting where they're discussing this stuff. And no, it was not just funding issues. And yes, this really came down to a fucking stupid financial agreement between them and Hollywood about what codecs would be used for DVDs and Blu-rays and shit like that.
So that's why it fell, because there was an autistic art. That is crazy, man. On this site, Jim, going by the alias Jim81Jim, would upload anime music videos, prank calls, and videos discussing anime facts. He created his account in late 2007, a few months before the website shut down. According to him, his anime music videos sucked, or at least the first one he uploaded did. According to him in my interview, he made his anime music videos to satirize the types of anime music videos that were popular on YouTube at the time. Somebody was going through the archives and making anime music videos or whatever.
Oh, we do everything. Yeah, no, I used to like to make fun of I don't know if you could, well, you might not even remember this, but really early YouTube, they would make AMV videos, but it was nothing but Linkin Park. It was Linkin Park music and Naruto, and that was like the combination. And it wasn't like a meme or a joke. They really liked it. So we would make AMVs. We would make AMVs with really horrific music choices to see what the reaction would be. Shitty country music, really fucking violent music. Anything we could think of to put in there to fuck with people. It was really fun, to be honest. But those days of YouTube are done. Like, you're not gonna. Yeah, it was fucking Linkin Park and Naruto videos. Holy shit, that was like half of YouTube for a while.
Oh my god, 13 years ago, 55 million views. What the fuck?
Did you find one?
Yeah, I found a bunch of them from like 15, 13
I told
years
you.
ago.
I told you, man.
And they were this popular?
Oh, they were fucking crazy popular. This was like, it was a new idea at the time. Nobody had done it before. It was like, oh my god, this is a perfect combination.
It also appears he wasn't the one doing the prank phone calls. He would apparently sort of animate characters on screen to audio of someone else's call. I mean, that's what I'm getting off of reading this. I couldn't find any archives of these videos, so I'm assuming it was something like what I'm doing on the screen right now. On Stage 6, his videos were not popular at all from what I could tell going through the archives. They were struggling to get 100 views, although Mr. Metokur loved this website. While on this website, he started the FTFC, which was a group on Stage 6 to try to stop flaggers from unfairly getting content taken down. It's funny that some things haven't really changed in the last decade. Creators have been facing this issue for like a decade at this point, and it's still a big issue, but whatever. From posts that we can find by going through the archives from him, during this time Metokur was in his mid-20s and going to college. He entered the working world right after high school for a few years before going to college. He seemed happy with his decision because he felt more experienced compared to his college peers. In a recent interview with creator Brandon Buckingham, he talked about how he wanted to be an elementary school teacher and thought he would love it, although while at college he would become blackpilled about the education system.
So yeah, I actually quit the program. I had enough credits just to take my bachelor's, general bachelor's, and just walk away. So I wasted all that time going through this into a profession I thought I was going to love. Having this idealistic viewpoint of what it was going to be like. It's going to be great, inform the minds of the future kind of thing. And just seeing the brutal reality of nobody gives a shit. They only care about quotas. It's a big money game, and they just want to kick the can down the road until it becomes a big issue later on, as long as it's not their problem, right? And I'm like, there's no way I can. There's literally nothing I can do about this. I'm gonna be chewed up and spit out and be like that dude's wife crying, because I'm fucking powerless.
Oh, come on, don't be blackpilled, Jim. Dedicate your life to the misery and the insanity.
Oh, geez, yeah, no. So it was eye-opening. The one thing I got out of that entire thing is I think that job shadowing should be
Illegal?
No, I think job shadowing should be required. So when you go to college and you say, I want to do this, I think the college should pay for it and put you through a week or two of job shadowing so you can see the absolute reality of it, so you don't waste 4 years. Like I did, getting to that point and being like, oh shit, I made a mistake.
Although this video is about his online career, plus there isn't too much info about Jim's personal life, but I figured that was worth a mention here real quick. After Stage 6 shut down, it appears he didn't start making video content again until early 2009 on a YouTube channel called Games Good Me Bad. He also apparently had another channel called Jim81Jim, but this area of his career, if you want to call it that, isn't the most well documented. Although a good amount of videos he made from this era still remain accessible. This is where we see the early stages of what would become Jim's video formula.
It's really the same thing. Every Spax review is the same thing. I'm gonna prove it to you. Okay? It all starts out with him sitting in front of the camera. Well, hello there, gamer fans. Doing his fucking thing, talking about, blah blah blah. This is a game I'm gonna review, and blah blah blah. And he's got some shitty soundtrack. He can't pick a decent sound clip. All right, I may not have the best taste in music, but by God, man, at least I mix it up a little bit. Every one of these videos has started with something different. A little techno, some rap, some rock. It doesn't fucking matter. But I'm mixing the shit up. But he's picking stuff that's fucking horrible.
He has a logo to represent himself, and he just talks about, insults, and mocks the subject of the video, all while never revealing his face. The logo that represented this era of his content was an angry and rather creepy-looking smiley face. He also made other types of videos, including satirical game reviews that were about a decade ahead of their time. He would open with an obnoxious Windows Movie Maker intro, and then give bad video game opinions, with the joke being that they were so bad they were humorous. He would also put on a voice that's supposed to make him sound kinda mentally challenged.
So, hey everybody, this is Hebahas. This is my premiere video, and I wanted to do something special. I got a game recently, a really good game, Need for Speed. It's a newer one. It's not a handheld. I got the handheld ones. I love them. Yeah, whatever. It's good. It's a good game. But I had a discussion with a friend, and he's telling me, hey Bahas, you don't know what you're talking about. Need for Speed is not a premier racing game. It is not a good racing game. And I asked him, what do you think a good game is? And he told me Dark Souls, and that confused me, because that's not a racer. But it doesn't, I don't understand that, but whatever. So I decided I'm going to do a video talking about why, as I explained to him, the Ridge Racer is a much more difficult game than Dark Souls.
We would also see the beginnings of what would become his live streams. Jim would make what appears to be blind reaction videos to other people's content while mocking the video, very similar to how his live blind reactions on his live streams work.
Like in the past Mario games, you get power-ups in this one.
Oh, yeah,
Like there's a
here we
wing
go.
which allows
He's
you
gonna
to
talk
walk.
about the power-ups.
You have the
Hey,
vanish cap,
God.
which makes Mario transparent and allows him to pass through.
Really?
anything
I
on
thought the
walls.
vanish cap made him, get
And you have
explosive
the bubble
diarrhea.
cap, which makes
Thanks for
Mario
clearing that up.
invincible and allows him to walk underwater. Mario's jump from 2D to 3D is definitely a successful one, but I do have one little complaint about this first 3D game.
Oh, let's hear this.
The camera. Many times it's annoying and a huge
Are,
pain.
are you fucking kidding
You
me?
have the ability to
The
change
game was
colors
known
of
for
the
being,
camera,
oh,
so it's
God.
better.
It was like the first 3D game that was good because the camera worked. And you're bitching about that? It's the one thing that makes the game unique, and that's the one problem you have?
Very cool game.
It's the same thing he bitches about in Sonic. It's the exact same thing he bitches about in Sonic. The camera. Unbelievable. He's taking the same argument and he's putting it on a new series.
This era was from about 2009 to 2012. I have no idea how popular he would get on these channels. I could see through the archives his videos were getting about 1,000 views a video, and he had over 1,000 subscribers on Games Good Me Bad. According to Jim in an interview I did with him, he claims he had a couple thousand on this account. When I was going through the, what was your channel, Games Good Me Bad? Was that one of your channels you had on YouTube?
Yeah.
How big did that channel get? Because there's a lot of archives of it. So I imagine it was kind of popular. If
No,
so.
I mean, I'd say like a couple thousand subs, maybe.
Alright. He was at least somewhat noteworthy during this time, as there are still quite a lot of archives of his videos during this era, so that's quite the improvement compared to his Stage 6 days. According to a video called The Legacy of Mr. Metokur by Borg Productions, I hope I said that. I hope I said that right, who is a longtime fan of Jim, videos from this era would gain some popularity. Mainly from videos he made attacking a man named Spax3, a YouTuber who made videos on Sonic the Hedgehog, and a man with a lengthy history on the internet. I found a 2-hour-long documentary made about him, although I don't care enough to watch it at the moment. All I know is he used to make video game review videos and rarely hated Jason Griffith, the at the time English voice actor for Sonic. He even supposedly put up these posters. While Jim still posted on the Games Good Me Bad channel, this is where he began using the name Internet Aristocrat, and when he became a part of Metokur.org, Jim got the moniker Mr. Metokur from a trolling forum he used to be a part of called Metokur.org. The idea for the hat having 4 out of 5 stars on it comes from the Metokur.org website banner. It's hard to find a lot of info on this forum other than the fact it was run by a man named Haberman. Users on the forum doxed people and apparently had a fixation on the YouTube commentary community and people on DeviantArt. Also, leftist video essayist H-Bomber Guy was a part of Metokur. Interesting fact. While a part of Metokur, Jim took part in creating a school shooting mod for the game Half-Life 2. This would cause outrage, being featured in news articles and would be used as evidence in a court case regarding free speech apparently. I know about the video game you made.
Well, the video game. You're talking about School Shooter?
Yeah.
That was actually cited in a judgment from the Supreme Court about some kind of case about free speech.
Really? That's crazy. Did you ever get a knock at the door because of this?
No,
that's good.
because I was a typical lazy idea guy. I was like, hey, you know what would be funny? Let's make a school shooter. But the original vision for this was much better than what it turned out as the Half-Life mod.
Oh, so you wanted to like start from the ground up and make a game.
I was
sell
like,
it.
we need to, like, one of the characters I wanted was, I can't remember her name, but there's this Japanese girl who used a box cutter. She's like 12 years old and like diced up one of her classmates. And we're going to have that as a playable character as like hard mode, because all she has is a box cutter, right? There are no guns.
Yeah.
So like we worked out all of this on like who are the characters going to be, what weapons are they going to use, what schools are they going to target. And then, Haberman's idea for what he thought would be funny with this, and there should be Fox News interviews that are up on like Vocaroo from this. They wanted him on Fox News to talk about it because they were going to put him up against, was it Jack Thompson? And his whole thing was going to be, I'm going to go on there and then I'm going to agree and be like, we made this video game to point out how terrible video games are and how they should be banned to see how pissed off we can make ModDB.
That's pretty funny. So I take it, did it happen?
No, I think he got gun shy at the end. At the time, I don't think he was doxxed. Right? He didn't get doxxed until the Edie Singer thing happened on Ed, and they tried to sue him
They
for
tried to
sending
sue-
horse feed to her house.
This is the most notable thing I can find regarding him during his days as a part of Metokur.org. Jim would take part in other trolling ops during this time, as he told me in our interview.
For a while, I impersonated. Do you know? I think it's Pete Hines was the VP of like Bethesda. I made a social media account switching one letter in his name, and then I'd respond to people. Everybody that would ask him a question, I'd respond as Pete Hines. And I got him into so many fights with that, and he got so fucking angry. They wrote an article about it, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Later on, Jim would delete his channels and start anew. In 2012, he started the Internet Aristocrat channel. On this channel, Jim would start creating commentary videos in a style that would continue for the rest of his career. He would set out to mock and document and critique groups of people and people he didn't like. He would focus on people he viewed as degenerate, people who frequently made fools of themselves, and people who he disagreed with. Under this persona, he represented himself with an image of a wealthy middle-aged Englishman with a powdered wig. Popular video series he would make would include Tumblrisms and the Hugbox Chronicles. Eventually, he would become more influential than he could have ever possibly imagined. Jim would make a video going over the allegations against Zoe Quinn, a feminist game developer. The allegations being she was having sex with game journalists to get positive reviews of her games. Jim would help kick off the infamous Gamergate political movement, a movement that criticized the state of the gaming industry and the ethics of gaming journalism. Gamergate would be criticized for harassment those targeted by the movement received. The Internet Aristocrat would be Jim's biggest YouTube channel so far, reaching nearly 100,000 subscribers. While under the Internet Aristocrat moniker, he would start live streaming and talking to other content creators involved with Gamergate. At one point on stream, he finger-banged his, at the time, Asian GF. I'm not gonna play the audio, but it's a little funny. I had to mention it. Although this era wouldn't last as long as it could have. He would delete the channel as it was succeeding. He would leave 2 audio messages, one on 4chan's politically incorrect board and one on 8chan's version of that board as for why. He explained in the first one he didn't like what the movement he helped start turned into. He felt they were no better than those they were fighting against. He hated how everybody started Indiegogo and Kickstarter campaigns and was trying to make a buck off the movement when it wasn't necessary. He saw the movement as dead. He did wish the users on 4chan's politically incorrect board the best, however, and that he would probably return on a new channel in a few months, saying people wouldn't find it and they would just forget what he sounds like. And that's just what he prefers. He would later leave a message on 8chan's politically incorrect board in which he just memed a bit.
Of course I'm lurking the thread. Don't be a good goy. I see some of you are upset I left a message for 4chan's poll, but not 8chan's poll, so I thought I'd say a goodbye to you faggots. My girlfriend and I, the horrible Asian, are going to go race mix and have lots of little Yoko Onos, and there's nothing you can do to stop that. And then it's off to Israel to count our gold bars given to me by Nick Denton. He paid me a lot of money to sell out, and I took it all, because I am an e-celeb whore. Hopefully GG doesn't infest your board and turn it to shit. Good luck, Godspeed, get fucked, see you in hell.
In my interview, he had this to say about Gamergate in retrospect. Oh, so this is what's interesting. So Turkey Tom was talking about how he had a Gamergate class in college. So what's it like knowing the influence of your videos and now basically being studied in college classes? What's that like feel like?
Oh, well, there is no influence. See, that's half the fun of taking part in something and then walking away from it is nobody remembers. So I'm sure they're doing classes on Matt Jarbo's jihad against women. His name could forever be associated with it.
Yeah, I mean, Turkey Tom specifically mentioned Sargon of Akkad.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Sargon or Matt or whoever you like. Yeah.
But you got away from that right away. So do you regret doing that? Or what was?
No, not at all.
Not at all. You don't regret it.
No, not one iota. No.
Do you regret deleting the Internet Aristocrat channel because it was pretty big? You know.
Nope.
Pretty big.
No, I mean, going into Gamergate, I think it had like 40 or 50, because I was doing Tumblrisms on that. So people like that, it was like 40 or 50,000 subs at the time. and I think Gamergate brought it almost to 100,000.
Mhm.
No, I don't regret that. Jesus, no. Um,
Do you regret being involved in Gamergate?
no, because it was fun at first. Because everybody's mindset in the beginning was, how do you fuck with people? It chaps my ass, but the Occupy Wall Street guy was right. Because I talked to him a few times. Like one of the original organizers of that was like, this is gonna implode on you. Just trust me, dude. I've watched this shit happen before, and he was completely right about all of it. Um, but like black faxes and shit like that, and just goofy shit. It was almost kind of like when 4chan started fucking with Scientology. In the beginning, that was fun, and then it got really gay really fast.
Mm. I mean, I guess all good internet movements are bound to die at some point.
Well, because people start, I guess, attaching figureheads and faces to it, and then it just, I don't know.
Just
I don't
gets
know, man. Anonymity is dead on the internet. When you had a majority of anonymous actors in anything, it was more entertaining. But once people started to want to be known by who they are and build a brand on it, it kind of just kills the momentum.
Yeah, because you were always anti the face doxing shit, and you one of your reasons you left was because people were making money off of it.
Well, yeah, but what you would see all the time was, um, help me get a new wheelchair, hashtag Gamergate. Help me pay my rent, hashtag Gamergate. My girlfriend kicked me out. I need to buy groceries, hashtag Gamergate. And I was like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? But then everybody's like, oh my God, you poor baby. Let Reddit take care of that for you.
So
And
you
so I was like,
were upset that gamer gators were basically acting just like the people on the left do. Where anytime something bad happens, it immediately becomes a GoFundMe.
yeah, I mean, it started to kind of morph into that. I'm not saying everybody did it, but it was just got really bizarre really quickly.
Yeah, I guess I understand that. What else did we have written down?
I mean, I had no issue with if people wanted to make money,
Mhm.
but I don't know why you would have to then try to, piggyback that off of, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to monetize and make your money, go fucking do it. But like, they were specifically using Gamergate to try to like fundraise, and a lot of people started doing it. It was really weird to watch happen because, again, in the beginning of this, the mindset was, fuck everyone, and let's be as horrible as we can be, and it was super fun.
Yeah, it does sound pretty fun. But that era of the internet's long since dead. They've killed that. They're doing college classes about how 4chan's evil and anonymity's bad or whatever. So Jim's final main moniker would be Mr. Metokur. This was his most professional channel yet. It featured professionally and originally drawn images and logos by his girlfriend Jade. Popular series from the Internet Aristocrat channel would come along. He apparently didn't really care anymore or realized that if he was making videos with his voice, people would know it was him. New series that would emerge being Hallowed Halls, a series on left-wing college campuses, The X-Files, which went over things related to 4chan's paranormal board known as X, a series about that guy with the glasses or Channel Awesome, which went over all the crazy shit that had gone on with that company up until that point, Deviants, a show that discussed and mocked odd adult fantasies that exist online, and the famous Internet Insanity series, in which Metokur would tell you the story of a crazy person who has a large internet history. Alongside telling you their story, he would also laugh and mock them. This channel would be a huge success, his biggest yet, gaining 300,000 subscribers in its lifetime, and even streaming with some of the internet's most infamous figures, such as Keemstar. Unlike the Internet Aristocrat, he never deleted this channel. It's still up today. He still actually uses it for the occasional stream here or there. He streamed on multiple websites under the moniker Mr. Metokur. Normally, he would stream stuff that was too risky to be streamed on YouTube on other platforms, such as Stream.me and DLive. One thing that was different on this channel compared to his previous ventures on other channels was he was accepting money now. You could donate on Patreon, later Subscribestar after he got banned from there. You could buy a super chat to ask him a question when he streamed, and you could even later buy merchandise. Some people didn't like this, and it was surprising to some since one of the reasons he left Gamergate was due to people collecting donations. But it really didn't seem to matter because Jim was making a lot of money. At one point he was making like $5 $5K a month on Patreon alone. In 2018, Jim would be involved in Internet Blood Sports, a series of streams on YouTube where people, mostly right-wingers, would scream at each other over politics and e-drama. Jim would fight with a lot of people, most notably Baked Alaska and later Mundane Matt. The stream he appeared on a lot was Ethan Ralph's Kill Stream. I'm not going to go over the Mundane Matt saga here. I already have a video on it. Just know it was a big thing. It was a big event at the time. In early 2018, it was revealed Jim had health issues and expressed he might stop making content, although nothing immediately came of that and he just kept making videos and doing live streams. In late 2019, Mr. Metokur would have to delete all of his videos to avoid getting his channel deleted from YouTube, as videos of his were being striked down by YouTube and he was fearing the channel, being deleted. During this, he would also lose his monetization rights on YouTube. The reason YouTube gave for taking away his monetization was due to quote-unquote reused content, which isn't true. So Jim started uploading satirical weather forecast videos animated in MS Paint to prove they were 100% made by him and to not be anywhere near breaking TOS.
Well, thank you, Ken. As you can see, I'm by the interchange on the outskirts of town. We've got some gridlock going on, bumper-to-bumper traffic, but what a beautiful day. We stuck in that gridlock. Pristine skies ahead. Not a rain cloud in sight. Visibility so clear, in fact. You can even see Susan writing me that check for the money she owes. You're gonna fucking pay me. My Patreon got shut down. The second I started doing Transtastic Tales, Patreon got fucking shot in the head.
Yeah, I remember. You went on
Yeah, I mean, that was instant. That was like a day that had. And then, I dealt with Susan and her bullshit. I got a lot of crap when I did those Weatherman videos.
I thought they were funny.
Well, no, it wasn't that they were funny or not funny. It's that everybody was saying, that is never going to work, Jim. That's the stupidest fucking idea. It's never going to work. Guess what? It totally fucking worked.
You got your money back?
Yeah, I got remonetized. I got my money back. Yep.
That's good to know. So, if YouTube throws a bullshit claim at you, you upload MS Paint videes, and it eventually works.
Yeah, you do just fucking banal shit. And then they're like, well, fuck, I guess we've chained them up enough. We won.
For a little bit, he was putting up new videos on BitChute. On BitChute, he could show much more graphic content, such as transgender surgeries. His videos received about the same amount of views on BitChute as they were on YouTube. Metokur's loyal fanbase loved his content so much they would follow him to any website. But then he stopped uploading. In early 2020, when his content drought was starting, users of online gossip forum Kiwi Farms found out Metokur and his girlfriend legally changed their names and got married. Congrats to Jim and Jade, and I wish them a happy marriage. Anyways, back on track, while he was not making videos, he still did streams somewhat during this content drought, in which he would cover the pandemic. These live streams were very popular, and someone would end up writing a 19-page research paper about them. Although he would eventually stop streaming too, all he did was shitpost on Twitter for months without really mentioning no video or stream content being produced. This angered people, especially with the fact he was still collecting monthly donations on Subscribestar. It would later be revealed he had some form of cancer or something. Strangely enough, it wasn't lung cancer, and his lungs were actually healthy, despite the fact he always live streamed while smoking cigarettes.
Allow me to have a cigarette. Nice thing about having cancer is you can't really, once you got it, right? Fuck, YOLO, am I right, folks? Of all the things, when it comes to cancer, you would have thought, oh, he's gonna get lung cancer, he smokes so goddamn much. Clean as a whistle in there. Go figure. God's sense of humor. You gotta love it. A little bit of a divine laughter, as it were.
And with that, people just assumed there would be no more Metokur content outside of tweets. But to everybody's surprise, in August 2021, he decided to stream. He talked about a lot of the stuff he never got to cover and other things. He expressed interest in starting a podcast in the future. This stream was super successful. It was watched by more people than Garagura's stream that night, who is the most popular VTuber in the world. And it raked in a lot of super chat money. He would later stream again on Halloween Halloween 2021. On the stream, he expressed interest in streaming on New Year's with a guy named Wayne Lambright, someone Metokur talked about in the past, who is currently living in a shed in the middle of the desert and is likely under FBI surveillance. Although now Wayne wants to kill Jim, and that never ended up happening.
It took you 6 years to have the courage to come after me, thinking that you would not be murdered. I'm gonna have you killed. I'm gonna find out where the fuck you are.
And that is where we are at right now in regards to Metokur. As of now, he's doing monthly recap streams. He did a Bloodsport stream with Ethan Ralph. He did a stream with me. I know I've missed some things. Actually, I missed a lot. We didn't get to mention a lot of his enemies, such as Bathtub Ross and many others. But again, this is a brief history video on Mr. Metokur's online history that goes all the way back to 2007. For insight on how long ago that was, I was 4 years old in 2007. Metokur has been around for a while. What does the future hold for Jim, the self-proclaimed last cool kid on the internet? I don't know. He's basically semi-retired as a content creator. I think we'll get the occasional stream and maybe video here or there for a little bit longer. I wish him the best, and I hope he gets some good treatment so he can stick around for a while. I would like to thank him for calling into my stream to answer questions and to talk to me. It was truly an honor. And to answer the question I proposed at the beginning of this video, what did it all mean? Nothing really. Don't take the internet too seriously and have fun. Laugh at things, perhaps. I don't fucking know, dude.